Coach, just overall thoughts on obviously a big win. You guys top just right now the preseason favorite, La Tech. So just overall thoughts on tonight's game.
I think just really more than anything, I'm just really proud of our group of guys who've just grown so much over the last couple of months and really just started to believe in each other, believe in what we're trying to teach them, and just coming together and playing really good basketball right now. And it's been a lot of fun to watch them grow and just get better. You know, we took a scouting report. I thought our coaches had some real good ideas today, and we put it together in less than 48 hours. And, you know, credit to our guys for coming out and being ready to play today and beating a really good team. You know, it was a lot of fun.
What do you think? I mean, obviously it's pretty impressive, right, that you guys were able to look at, you know, do your setting with this team and then, like less than 48 hours come back and then just execute. What do you think that really says about this team?
Well, I think again, like I told them, I'm singing the same song I sung when they got here in June. They're just starting to really like to listen to it, and you know, I think that's crucial. You know, I think just really starting to believe in each other and family. You know what our program stands for: team, family, believe. Our culture. You know, I really like the direction that our culture's going. You know, last year obviously was the start of it. And I think right now everybody's getting to see, you know, like what happens when you start to build something really special. And we got a long ways to go. Like, I'm excited. I'm going to really enjoy this tonight with my family, but we got 16 games to go. We all know how hard it's going to be, you know, with our game starting next week. But it's a good start for us. And, you know, we all talked and said, look, about a month ago, and we got 5 in a row at home, and we need to go 5-0. And you know, I didn't want to look too far ahead, but I wanted to give them something to really look into and have a goal. And that was just, I knew that if we could do it, that we would have to play better basketball in order to get there. And I think right now that's what we're doing.
You guys were able to really limit the turnovers, only 6 over the course of the game. What do you feel like you guys did today in order to limit turnovers that maybe hasn't really happened in the past few games to try and do that?
Yeah, it's a good question. You know, we started off the year really turning the ball over a lot. I think a lot of that was due to, you know, new guards. You know, I think also just getting better. You know, we've tried so hard to concentrate on passing every day and 2 hands and just fundamental stuff that, you know, goes into that. And we've gotten better, and we're really taking good care of the ball right now. I think we're executing good. You know, I think different guys are touching the ball, and you know, when we do, we're really making a good decision with it. And I think some of that is also just running our offense better. You know, we're starting to really know like where Rob needs the ball and where he likes it and where this guy needs the ball. And you know, I think that's all just part of time. That's all just part of, you know, gelling and getting better. And again, I can't wait to see, you know, what this end product's going to look like down the line.
How do you feel like you guys' defense was on Daniel Botcher? You guys really contained him, and Rob was on him a lot as well. So just how do you feel like you guys were able to play against him today?
Well, I mean, I didn't sleep much last night. I mean, he's a good player. And, you know, the one thing that you do when you play good players is you either get ready or, you know, you don't. And I think our guys were ready. You know, Emmanuel got us off to a great start. And then, boom, we brought Rob in. And obviously Rob's not near as big as him, but Rob's really tough. He's got a huge heart. And, you know, Rob, he took the game plan, and he did a great job with it. I thought our guards did an excellent job of just really caving in and digging down on him, because you have to. I mean, he needs more than just one guy. But I thought Rob, when he got in there, man, he did a really good job. And, you know, we like our small lineup. I think it's hard to guard offensively, and we've really clicked well when it's in there. And when Rob can play defense and rebound in that spot like that, it makes us a pretty good basketball team.
Rob, tell me how you feel like you played on Batch. What were you thinking going into the game of what you guys had to do and what you had to do to stop him?
I say the game plan, like sticking by the game plan. Like we were both, me, the bigs, and the guards were on the same page about everything. So I say that glued everything together and made, you know, when everybody plays their role and everybody knows they got the same objective. Like that's when things start like gluing together and turn out good.
Sorry, Rob. I mean, kind of bouncing off of that. I mean, you've been obviously a big role player so far this season. What do you think has been key for you as far as like you seem to be have been consistent? What has been key for you just so far?
Just trying to get out of my ways. A lot of times I think about like I'm not on or I'm not shooting well or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, I just got to think like teamwork, like, you know, we got to win together. And that's one thing that we're we're getting a lot better at. Like everybody is coming together. Like we want to win, so we're gonna do whatever it takes to actually win. So I feel like everybody's coming on the same page.
Rob, recently you maybe moved more into a bench role, and maybe who coach wants to be maybe a spark off the bench for you guys and for this team. How do you feel like you've embraced that role, and how do you feel like you've done coming off the bench instead of being?
Yeah, I don't take it personal at all. Like at the end of the day, like it also relieves pressure off of me from coming in the game and I mean starting the game and trying to prove something. But at the end of the day, like whatever it takes, I'm gonna do to win.
Yeah. Christian, the shooting, you guys had a season high in shooting percentage for today. Just what do you feel like for you guys as players? What do you feel like was clicking for you guys offensively?
No, I thought we moved the ball really well, and obviously we got a lot of good shooters, really good shooters. At the beginning of the season, we weren't really moving the ball like that, and now we're starting to move the ball really good and trusting each other, and I think we shot the ball well because we moved the ball.
Mm-hmm. For the three of you, you guys had a really big run in that first half. I believe it was like 28-7 or something like that when you guys were able to build that big lead and maybe kind of coast a little bit in the second half. Just in that period in the first half, what was really working for you guys to really build the large lead that you guys were able to sustain?
I say the defense, like everybody like really honed in on what they had to do and everything, and it just boosted us up on the offensive side.
Yeah, because like Rob said, the defense if we pick it up on defense, that's going to lead the offense, and once we get going on offense and our defense is that good, we're going to be a really good team.
I mean, we just need to bring these two guys in on every press conference. They just pretty much answered the question for me.
Gotcha.
I just think we really were playing well defensively, and what it did was it let us get out and run. And when we get out and run, and these two guys get behind that three-point line, like we did in New Mexico that night, we can really get going. And it's fun to have a lot of shooting on your team, and but again, like both of these young men said, I just thought it really started with the defensive end and just getting some easy baskets, and we got going. And sometimes when you get going, I always tell them, like, we don't want people to get going on us like that because it's kind of like a faucet that's hard to turn off.
For the three of you again, how do you feel like you guys have played recently, and especially during this month compared to maybe November when you guys maybe traded wins and losses? Do you feel like you guys have improved since then?
Yeah, for sure.
I see it as a team we improved because my fault, bro.
You got it, bro.
Rob's starting to feel comfortable.
Just as a team, like we improved a lot. Coming together, everybody's like understanding what they have to do, and we're just becoming a unit instead of like individual people just trying to have their own objective. But that's one thing I see, on and off the court.
We'll let you go last.
Yeah, go ahead. My fault, bro. I just want to get that out.
No, I want to make a comment, and I think one of the biggest things is, and this is not the biggest, the answer to that question, but you asked Rob a while ago about like coming off the bench. And to me, that's who Rob is. Like, I went to Rob and I said, hey, I think for our team, it's best for you to come off the bench. And he said, Coach, whatever you need to do for us to win. And now look how well he's playing, and I told him it wasn't going to change his playing time. It's not going to change how many shots he takes. It's not going to change his numbers. It's just what I think is best for our team. And Rob trusts me, and he knows that that's what's best. And so I think that that's really a good, kind of a good definition of this team right now, is like we got a bunch of selfless guys that just want to win. And like I said earlier, it's the same song that I sung at the beginning of the year. It's just they're listening to it now, and they like my music right now. And so, I just think that right now it's all them. It's our guys, man. They're doing what we're asking them to do, and they're getting the job done.
Christian?
Yeah, I think compared to a couple months ago, I think we're really playing for each other right now. Like we weren't really playing for each other a couple months ago. Now we don't even care who scores. We don't care who do what. We just want to all win. I think that's what's led us to our success recently.
What's to watch with UTEP next Saturday, and what are you guys going to do in the next week or so to prepare for them?
Yeah, UTEP's a really tough team. I remember going there last year, and they're really physical, and it's going to be a good fight. But we got a week to prepare for it, so we'll see where it leads us.
Yeah, I agree with that. We got to just take every day at a time. Only see the next game. So I say just hone on to the things and work on our own self, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to lead to playing better, continue to play good.
Yeah, this is it's a fun time. Obviously, this is the best time of the year, is conference season, You know, I mean, there's a lot of good basketball right now, and so we're going to take tomorrow off like we always do. Sundays is our day off, and then because we don't play till next Saturday, Monday will be a little bit different for us. We'll come in, we'll lift some weights, we'll get some really good individual skill development stuff, which our guys really like, and get a bunch of shots up, a bunch of footwork, a bunch of ball handling, things of that nature. They'll probably see me, but they won't hear me, so we won't practice on Monday. And they'll get with the trainer, get good stretching and all those things, just to really take good care of our body and get ourselves back. And then we'll come in on Tuesday and really lock in and start focusing a little bit on UTEP. And you know, I've watched them a little bit this year. You know, Joe's one of my closest friends. You know, we went over there last year and we got it handed to us pretty good over there, and they can do that to you there. So we know it's going to be a hard-fought battle, a tough game, and really right now, just to be honest with you, I don't really want to think about it. I just want to really enjoy this with our guys, and you know, we've had a lot going on around here the last 48 hours, and you know, I'm so proud of our guys of just really tuning everything out and just really locking in on what's important, and that's, you know, trying to play as good as we can play.
I got one more for you, but do you have anything?
Yeah, just one last question for me. Just what statement do you think you guys made tonight? I mean, you guys topped Tech by what, 30 points?
Yeah, no statement. I mean, I think what our guys did tonight was they were ready to play, and we came out and we played really well. You know, you can't ever control the other team. Like maybe it wasn't their better night, maybe they had a tough travel and all those things, which we're all going to have to do. I just was proud of our guys because our guys were ready to play. And I think when we're ready to play and we're locked in like that, I think we're going to be a hard team to beat. And I think we got a chance to, you know, to take it one at a time. We got 16 left, as I said. You know, this is, man, you know, this is an old saying, but I mean, it's you know, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So we just got to keep running that marathon, keep running that race.
I saw you and Amber kind of talking outside. It seemed like you guys were having a pretty nice conversation outside. You know, so just over the next 6 months that she leads the athletic department, you know, how do you hope to have a positive working relationship with her?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a tricky, weird question because Dr. Burge and we've had a working relationship and a friendship since she got here. So, I mean, nothing's really going to change for me. I mean, I like Dr. Burge a lot. She's done a lot for me since I've been here. But I think really importantly too, she's done a lot for our program, and she's done a lot for our guys. You know, I know she moves over into a different chair, but I think one thing y'all gonna learn about me, man, is I go to work. I'm gonna come to work every day. It don't matter. My job and what I was hired to do is to try to get this basketball program to be as good as it can possibly be. And regardless of whatever happens, that's what I'm going to do. And, you know, I'm excited for Dr. Burge, and, you know, everybody wants an opportunity. And so Dr. Burge has got a great opportunity. And, you know, it'd be no different than if somebody named me an associate head basketball coach and the head coach left and I had an opportunity to be a head coach. I'd go out there and I'd try to do the best job I could possibly do.
So,
Thank you.
thank you guys.